Everyone, welcome to the Gentleman Scholars Club. In today's video, I'll show you how to take a turtleneck with a loose-fitting collar or neck and make it more fitted. So roughly a year ago, I was looking for a turtleneck in this color. It's not easy to find. It's tobacco or camel or rust brown. And given that it was the end of the season, most places that did have it were sold out in my size. Finally, I stumbled upon Ukes, and if you're not familiar with Ukes, it is an Italian online designer outlet, and they essentially sell designer brands from previous seasons at discounted prices. A lot of the brands they have are more well known to Europeans than they are in North America, and this particular sweater came from the Italian brand Caos, which is the word for chaos in Italian. So I ordered it. It seemed like a good deal. It contained a high percentage of cashmere, and if you can get cashmere at a discount price, so much the better. Unfortunately, when it arrived at my house, I found that it had more of a slouchy fit. The neck in particular was quite loose. It was about an inch looser than I would like. And as you can see, I usually wear my turtlenecks under tailoring, like a sport coat. And a slouchy look does not go well with tailoring. So I thought to myself, how can I make this better? Didn't really have much to lose, didn't want to send it back. I thought when you throw wool sweaters or cashmere sweaters into the laundry, especially a hot wash, they will shrink radically. I wanted to apply that principle, but in a controlled manner to the turtleneck. So what you do essentially is you take a bunch of water, bring it to a boil in a kettle, and it's really at a good rolling boil. You take a bowl and you dip the part of the sweater that you want to shrink into the bowl and cover it with the boiling hot water. In my case, I took the neck, dipped it into the bowl, filled it with hot water, and I let it sit there until it cooled off. How long does that take? Maybe 15 minutes, maybe longer. Be sure not to handle the outside of the bowl until it has cooled off, and be careful not to wring out the fabric either until it's cooled. I speak from first-hand experience. It's not pleasant to wring out hot fabric filled with scalding hot water. So be patient, let it cool off, and then wring it out. This will only work for natural fibers, so something like acrylic. And I wouldn't recommend you buy acrylic anyway. Won't shrink, but wool, merino, cashmere will. And you'll find it an effective way of shrinking in a specific area. You can do this with collars. You can do this with the cuff of your sweater. This is slightly loose. I might apply it to the cuff. And you can also do it with the hem of the sweater, where the bottom of the sweater meets your waist or your belt line. After you finish wringing out the areas that are wet, throw it in the dryer. I did it at high heat just to double the effect. The rest of the sweater, which is not wet, shouldn't shrink, but the high heat in combination with the boiling water should help you shrink it really well where you want it to. And again, let it sit in the dryer until the item has dried. I can't tell you how long that was. For me, maybe 15 minutes, but I probably doubled or repeated that process until the sweater was completely dry. So hopefully that works for you as it did for me, and it was a very useful tip. As you can see, the sweater has fit quite nicely to my neck. There's no gapping there, and I can now wear it the way I want to.